What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to this episode of Customs and Restoration with Vic. For today's project, I got something that some of you guys may remember from the early mid-2000s. This is a sneaker that I've been looking for several years that I've finally been able to track down. The Reebok G6 3G units. This is a dope sneaker, you guys. This was very popular back in the day. It was up there with the other stuff like the Babes and the ice creams. I wanted this sneaker so bad back in 2006 when I was a 6th grader. Unfortunately, I was only allowed one pair of sneakers per school year, so I had to go with the Games Hurricanes. That was a dope shoe too. Look those up if you don't know what those are. For these, unfortunately, somebody tried to be cute and airbrush some cars on the shoe, a money sign. This one over here is my favorite, the Hustler, some dice. It's not the worst job I've ever seen, but it definitely doesn't look pretty. So for today's task, we're gonna wipe all that stuff off and get it back to its original state. We're also gonna ice the bottoms. As you can see, they're pretty yellow. I want them super icy. And of course, we're gonna do a slight custom. Over here on the flag, we wanna get it red, white, and blue, not blue, white, and blue. We wanna make them look like the original G-Unit sneakers that first came out. So without further ado, let's get it started. First things first, we're gonna take out our shoelaces and go straight to prep work. We're gonna be using some acetone and cotton balls to basically wipe off all this old paint that's been airbrushed. Paint is fully off. This came out a lot cleaner than I expected. When I put the acetone on the paint, I expected a big old mess getting all over the shoe, but in reality, the paint came off nicely. However, there is still paint on the stitching and in the porous leather, so for that, we're gonna have to repaint it. We're gonna tape it off first though. All right, we're all taped up. Now for this, we're gonna be laying down some white airbrush paint through my airbrush. Here's where we're at. We got the tape completely off, the white paint laid down nicely. We covered up all the imperfections. The stitching is back to fully white. It's looking good. So now we're gonna focus on the flag. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I wanna make this shoe like the first edition G-Unit sneakers that first came out. That had a red, white, and blue flag. So for this, we're gonna lay down a white base coat, but first we gotta do some taping. All right, check it out. We got the white paint laid down. We also went in with a little tiny detail brush and laid down the red paint. At first I didn't want to do this step because I didn't want to risk getting any red paint on the white fabric and completely ruin this piece. Luckily that didn't happen. We got some sharp, crispy lines. Now this looks like the original first G-Unit sneaker. Now we're on to the final step of this restoration. The soles, you guys. They're not that bad. They do have some yellowing. They are dead stock. It's just yellowing from age, so this should come out really quickly. So for this, we're gonna be using our Rejuvenator Sole Revive that you can find on rejuvenator.com. Use my promo code down below to save some money. We'll also be using some Saran Wrap and our brand new indoor setup in Many Rolls next door. Soul Revive is applied, let's go check out the new setup. All right guys, so we made it to the back of Many Worlds. Over here we got our drying rack where we dry all our shoes and our brand new indoor setup, the Vick 2000. At Many Worlds, we take in cleanings, unyellowing, and a few other services. So I had to build these guys a brand new indoor setup for more efficiency. This guy is a beast. It has 2 fans on each side to keep the inside always cool at all times. Let's open it up. So inside we got 3 sets of lights. The shoes are really close to the lights. That's what the fans are for. It gives us a maximum light without causing any separation. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab our shoes and put them inside. So that right there is the Vick 2000, you guys. Way better than my older indoor setup. The old one only had 1 light. This one has 3 lights and 2 fans. Big shout out to Alex from Flipping Kicks for all the help, bro. All right guys, we are back. Originally, I thought I was gonna put these shoes inside the indoor setup for about 2 to 3 days, but this morning I came in after putting them under the light for 1 session overnight. These are the results. Holy crap, they came out really good. Originally, they were pretty yellow. After just 1 session, I got them back to icy blue, you guys. I am really impressed with how this turned out. Shout out to our Soul Revive and shout out to the Vick 2000. Rest in peace to my old one. Once again, shout out to Flipping Kicks. Check them out on Instagram. Now it's time to lace them up. I'm not gonna be lacing them up with the original laces. I don't like them, they're kind of poop. They're too thick, not for me. So we got some natural Foxtrot uniform laces. Let's lace them up. That's gonna be it, you guys, on this restoration / custom on these G-Unit G6 3s. This was a cool project for a couple different reasons. For one, I'm able to knock this off my list of shoes that I need. Secondly, we broke away from all that hype stuff like the Jordans and Nikes and took it back to my childhood with this forgotten gem. So that was really cool as well. Overall, these turned out fantastic. There was a few different things that I had to do to these sneakers. The first off being getting rid of all that nasty stuff all over the sneakers. On one of them, we had Hustler, we had cards, money sign, dice. It was cool, but it wasn't that cool. We wiped it all off, got it back to its original state. One of my favorite details about this whole custom was adding the red to the flag. That right there makes it look like the original G-Unit sneakers that they used to push hard back in the day. We also went ahead and iced up these sneakers. That was my biggest surprise from this whole project on how blue these got after using just 1 session using our Soul Revive and the Vick 2000. And lastly, we wrapped up this project by adding some Foxtrot uniform laces to finish off the look. Let me know what you guys think about these G-Unit sneakers in the comment section down below. I know they're not very popular or common nowadays, but who knows, they might come back one day. Hope you guys enjoyed this project. This is Vic Almighty. Catch you guys next Monday. See you guys.